So in this video, we're going to use some acrylic paints. I've got my 3 primary colours and white, and I can pretty much make any colours out of those 3 primaries and white. I have cheated a little bit. I've got 2 shades of red, this slightly pinkier red and this slightly more orangey red. I'm going to start by mixing my light, medium and dark colours. My lightest is pure white on this shell, but I will mix myself a little bit of a pinky white colour. I'm just going to put the excess off there and I'm going to mix. It's quite a dark pink, that one. I'm actually going to say that that is probably one of my darker pinks. Now that tone to me is not as deep as what's in there, so that's why I'm going to add a little bit of blue, because as we know, pink and red, a pinky colour and red with blue will add a slight purple tone to it. And now I'm looking at that. That might be used for some of my shadow colours. Might need a tad more of the red colour putting into there. So, and it's actually going to be my darkest. Now I've worked out my darkest, even though I was aiming for my lightest, I can now just add a little bit of that to my palette, and on each one add more white to get my medium and light shades. And once I've got my medium and light shades, I can kind of make a start. So they're very similar, so I'm probably going to need a little bit more white and so on. Oh, nearly dropped it. So now you've got your light, medium and dark base colours done. You're going to wash your brush off. The blue paper towel is really important in this process because we actually don't use a lot of water to blend the acrylic. We do the opposite. We actually use the brush while the paint is wet. So I'm going to come in with some of my lighter pinks where I see them coming through on this drawing, and I'm going to do some little dots there. Where these blobby bits are, I would do those pure white and maybe add a little bit of grey for the shadows that I can see there. And I'm going to come in with my darker pinks, blending through. And so I don't want my paint to get too sort of thin. I use my brush and brush strokes going up nicely. I think I'm going to add just a little bit of orange to this. It's a bit more corally than pinky in this picture. So I'm just going to add a little bit of orange by mixing some of the yellow and red, but this time the other shade of red. I'm just going to add a bit of that in to my pink. Not all of it. You see how I'm just doing a corner just to give me another shade. And then I'm going to go with a bit of the orange in that red colour there. I think that's going to give me some nice shadow colours for here. And when I start to add them, I'm just letting me brush strokes do the work for now. Now there's no blending as yet, so I'm going to wash my brush. Now normally with watercolour you would use the water, but I dry my brush off on the paper towel, and with my clean dry brush now, that's how I blend my colours together. And I can get a bit more pink in there in a minute if I need to, which I definitely do. And layer that in together. And sometimes we just get a nice, good textured effect with this way. If your shell's smooth go smoother with your brush strokes. You see how that smoothed that out? Okay. I'm going to go around this shape. The good thing with the acrylic is you can hide your pencil lines quite easily. They just disappear. And then I might add a little bit of pure white now. Just looking at, she's got that blob there drawn, but she forgot the white bits here. So now I'm just going to go in, start to add some little bits of texture. So you're almost mark making with your brush. And there, I think that's that, but never mind. And then I'm going to add some white up here, because I can see little dots of white on that bit of it. And I'm just going to keep building it up like that.